Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy. I'm sitting here in the high school pool on the deck along with Melissa Paakh. And I have to say this year is Melissa's year, the year of Melissa Paakh. You won the Miss Northwest pageant in the summer, and now you are the state champion of the 100-yard butterfly. Congratulations.
Thanks, Carol.
Well, of course, you're a senior here at the Detroit Lakes High School. As the bells are ringing, the classes are going back and forth right now. We're kind of in the middle of classes, and you're at study hall right now. Is that correct?
I'm my open hour, so
okay.
Same thing.
So you're legit here.
Yes, it's okay. I'm not skipping class.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your most recent accomplishment. Now, being a senior, 100 Butterfly has been your event. Mm-hmm. Now, kind of tell us a little bit about the events leading up to this. I mean, how long have you wanted to be the state champion of the 100 Butterfly? Well,
I'll kind of start with 7th grade. In middle school, I wasn't really as focused, I guess you could say. I got 10th in the fly as a 7th grader, and in 8th grade, I got 4th. And then after that 8th grade year, I kind of decided that, I was like, it would be really cool to be a 4-time state champion. And after that, I kind of just put everything else aside and decided that that was going to be my main focus. And so I worked really hard, and I dropped a bunch of time. I ended up getting 2nd freshman year. I worked a little harder, got 2nd sophomore year, and then I just kept going. So junior year, I got 2nd again to Audrey, freshman year I got 2nd to another senior, Sammy Husband, but Audrey got 3rd that year. But then sophomore and junior year, she got 1st. Audrey did, and so this year, I guess I kind of just. I don't know what I guess I put more focus on having fun and just enjoying the season instead of being so, just worried about training. And I wasn't really getting enough sleep those last 3 years, and I just focused on getting my rest and having fun, and it all paid off.
It certainly did. And when you're talking about Audrey, she's a swimmer from Hutchinson.
Yes.
Yes, and so Audrey has been kind of your nemesis through the last few years. But let's talk more about, you said you worked hard. I mean, I have to admit, I am Melissa's high school coach here, so I know a little bit of an insight on this. But I know that you worked extremely hard for, since 7th grade. But when you say, you worked extra hard, mm-hmm. Just when you think you worked hard enough, you did work harder. And explain what your training was. I mean, your yearly training. I mean, it wasn't just the season. You trained mm-hmm. out of the season too.
Yeah, starting from the high school season, we would do our 5-hour practices with Carol. She put us through. But aside from just like the swim practices that we'd have, I would run, from anywhere from like 4 to 8 miles a day. And, I do my own leg workouts, just lifting and upper body, and doing a lot of lifting on my own and doing a lot of cardio on my own, and sometimes extra swim practices on my own. But and just all of the work that Carol put us through too. So, and then once the high school season was over, I usually didn't take a break. The day that the high school state meet was over would be a Saturday, and then right on Sunday I would start training again. And so it just kind of gave me that extra fire. Just getting 2nd again was like, well, I can't stop now. If I want to win, I'm gonna have to keep going. And so then winter I would drive to Moorhead after school every day and practice with the Moorhead team. And so I would swim there, and then in the mornings I would do my lifting and running, and I would switch on and off with extra swim practices in the morning, and that would go through the summer. And so it's just kind of a year-round training. Mm-hmm.
And when you said Moorhead team, it's their club team, because mm-hmm. you can't officially train with their high school team.
No, not their high school team. Their club team is NLSA, and in the summer they have a meter pool there, which we don't have in Detroit Lakes. So if I want to compete competitively and get used to the meter training, it's a lot nicer to be able to do that. So Moorhead has that, but it's just, you know, it's just lots of training. But
And well, also with the club swimming, you had your experience with some bigger meets too, some of the more championship meets, and that helped mentally prepare you.
Yeah, that definitely helped mentally prepare me. There's so many meets that I'd go to where it was just like you'd be so intimidated by the other swimmers, and I kind of got to learn to get over that and just be focused on myself. And you know, like last winter, I went to my first junior national swim meet, and I got there and I just remember thinking like, oh my gosh, everyone here is huge, and they all are just like, you know, they would announce the last heat, and they would announce like some of their biggest accomplishments, and all of them had been to the Olympic trials or the Olympics, and it was just like, oh my gosh, do I really belong here at this meet with these fast swimmers? So it was just kind of, you know.
I can't imagine you being that intimidated though.
Well, I definitely was. Like, I don't know, I've learned a lot from those meets that I've been to. So.
Melissa Paakh is my guest today on Hometown Happenings, and she is the 100 butterfly state champion for Class A, and we'll be back with more with Melissa after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy. I'm poolside with Melissa Paakh, the state champion in the 100-yard butterfly. You are the first official Laker swimmer, American-born Detroit Lakes Laker swimmer, to be a state champion in swimming. Did you realize that?
I think you told me that at the meet. You're like, did you know that? And I was kind of just like, oh.
We did have a German foreign exchange student become a state champion. So I don't know if that really counted, but you are actually the first girl swimmer to be a state champion. So that's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
You're getting way too many compliments from me.
Well, couldn't have done it with Coach Carol here.
Yeah, right.
Carol has a lot to do with like all of this. I mean, Carol's been here for me since I've grown up swimming with Carol. So
I'm just here to tell you, point out what you can't see, Melissa. And so let's talk a little bit about now. You're a senior, and what are your plans now after high school?
Well, I signed with the University of Utah, and I'll be swimming there. I got a 40% scholarship with them, and so I'm really excited for that. They're in the Pac-12 division, or conference rather. And so it'll be a pretty competitive conference with, you know, some of the faster schools in the nation. And so I think that'll be really good for me, just to like give me that push, just because since DL is kind of a smaller town, it's you know, we're not always competing against the fastest people, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, Division I, that'll be an exciting time out west. But okay, so now if there are any of Melissa Paakh's fans or any people that want to be a state champion, you know, what would you say how to start? Or some words of encouragement?
Well, I guess just hard work never fails. That's for sure. Like if anything, hard work never ever fails, and just trust yourself and don't give up. And you know, there's so many people supporting that will support you, and just to, I don't know, just believe in yourself, I guess. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but it's so true. You just have to have confidence in yourself, and just don't give up.
All right, Melissa Paakh, the state champion in the 100 butterfly, my guest today on Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy from the Detroit Lakes High School for Hometown Happenings.